what's going on? I'm David Thompson. I'm here with R.A-Energetics. And I grew up in the beautiful state of California. I was around a lot of negative people, and that had a bad effect on who I was, and it had a huge effect on my consciousness and who I later became. But that's why I love metaphysics, because once I learned about metaphysics, it changed my life because I understood myself a little bit more. And what I want to talk about here today is about frequencies and vibrations. See, I need to let you guys know that with our magnetic fields, or if you want to call them auras, or you can say our chakra points, you know that they let off energy. And if the body does not have enough energy, the energy that it needs, then that field naturally is going to be smaller, right? Because like if the physical body does not have a lot of energy, you wake up tired, you're exhausted, you don't send out a lot of energy. And when your magnetic field is not large or kind of closing in on you, like you don't work as swiftly as you can. Like you're vibrating a lot slower. So then everything happens a lot slower. It takes a lot longer. You feel a lot heavier because you're a lot denser. So you feel like your day probably is dragging at work. You know every minute it probably like only an hour went by. It felt like 5. So I want to say here, if the physical body does not have energy, it's going to start to take energy from other places. It'll take energy from the mind. Then you won't be able to think as clearly, and vice versa. If you're mentally exhausted, the mind will start to pull energy from the body. Then you'll feel like you just don't want to move, even though your body's not tired. Same thing. Like a lot of people get stressed out a lot because they're physically exhausted. They're physically exhausted, then they become mentally exhausted. When you're mentally exhausted, you don't have that extra energy to pull from anywhere to deal with that stress. Because when we have stress bombarding us, we tap into extra energy. Where we have the extra energy, or we have specific stored energy to deal with stress. So the more energy that you have, the better that you can live, the better that you can exist and achieve whatever you want to achieve, right? So exercising is going to help you a lot, because if you hook a professional athlete up to a device that can read magnetic fields, they would be higher than normal, way higher than normal. That's why they're usually happier. They got all that energy to do what they need to do, and they think a lot faster because their vibration is so high. This is their physical vibration. Then that also helps their mind process a lot faster also. Then you got the same thing happening with really, really smart people. Their mental vibration is so high that it goes to with their body. But if the body and the mind is not tuned, if you're stronger than you are smarter, then you're going to be kind of off balance. You're not going to be able to reach even 10% of your potential. I can't say reach your potential, because reaching your potential is kind of impossible. Because the more that you go, the more that you will be able to go. If you're looking for 10, once you reach 10, then you're going to try to go for 20. Then you're going to try to go for 100. Then when you reach 100, you're going to find out there's 1,000. And so on and so on, you know? So it's never stopping. But the easiest way to avoid having a small magnetic field, a smaller aura, so you won't have that feeling like people are in your space, or feeling like you're dragging ass, or feeling like you just got low energy. You gotta make sure that you're getting all your vitamins. If you're coming home from work, you're doing labor, or if you're just doing a lot of mental work, or you're dealing with a lot of stress mentally on the job, or if you're just at home or whatnot, and you come back home, and as soon as you hit the bed, you fall asleep. You gotta up your vitamins. You gotta find ways to store more energy. Upping your vitamins prepares your body to deal and function how it's supposed to. Then you'll have that extra energy to do these extra things. Like I said before in previous videos, the more energy that you have stored, that extra energy is used for the psychic work. That's why they can achieve these incredible feats of retrieving knowledge from unknown places, because they have that extra mental energy, that extra psyche energy to push out there. So you would want to have your body the fittest that it can be. Now, if you're overweight or working out is just not for you, fine. At least diet or take in the right foods. Then also, let's go on the reverse with the mind. Read a little bit, write a little bit, do whatever you can. I know some people don't want to even touch literature at all. Some people don't want to deal with school things at all. And it's so right. But still feed your mind with information, any kind of information that you can, constantly, because we are always looking for more. So feed yourself physically, mentally, and also spiritually, because the more that you feed yourself knowledge and improvement and pushing forward, you expand. Your consciousness, who you are, your being, expands and expands and expands, and you have more energy. And the more energy that you have, the more that you can achieve and the more that you can do. So let's go back. Get your vitamins, right? Get more improvement in your life. Mentally, get stronger. And try to sit. You don't have to sit on your legs. Sit in a chair, close your eyes, relax your mind. Eliminate that stress. Eliminate the snowballing of constantly thinking and trying to work things out that probably don't even need to be worked out in the first place. And if you hit just one of these areas hard, then the other area would be easier to attack. You know what I'm saying? Sleep. We need to get sleep to rest the body and the mind to get our start off energy. Then after we wake up, we need to achieve more energy by doing these things, exercising the mind, the body, and the spirit, the soul. See, like I said on previous videos, the higher you vibrate, the easier it is for that vibration to shoot out there and to alter itself to whatever frequency that it needs to be on, and to pull back whatever you want. Because the higher you're vibrating, the faster you're moving, the faster your consciousness, your being is. So that's the faster it's going to work for you. You'll be able to manifest a lot faster. Negative or positive, to be truthful, you know? And you won't get those feelings of pressure and anxiety because you'll have the energy to deal with that. And that's what we all want. We want to be comfortable. So please, deal with these things. It's the best thing that you'll ever be able to do. on that note, if you listen to what I was saying, that every second and every moment of your life, you can choose to be something completely different. That's why I love metaphysics. That's why it changes people's lives. My name is David Thompson. I deeply appreciate you guys watching my videos all the time. Check out my website, ra-energetics.com. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.